Monday morning, everybody. This is the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show. Hope that everyone had a great weekend. It was okay. It was uh, it was a little chilly this weekend. Um, let me see. Went to the Atlanta Falcons' last game of the season yesterday. That was in Atlanta. Oh, it was the Carolina Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime, and it's a little disappointing because um, the Falcons, in my opinion, are better than the Panthers. But it's my opinion. That's it. Um, New episode came out. The All About Nothing podcast episode came out today. Zach and I brought in the new year. We wished everybody a happy new year and did some stories from what has, I guess, what occurred over the course of our break from doing the podcast. If you haven't checked us out before, you can. The podcast is the All About Nothing podcast. You can find it on any one of the podcast platforms as well. You can go to our website, theallaboutnothing.com, and look up or click on any one of the links. It'll take you to any one of the podcast platforms. We're on YouTube. We're actually live on YouTube right now as well. There was another thing that I was going to mention that I'm forgetting now because my advanced age. It happens. Um, what was it? Um, oh my gosh. You know what it might be is the fact that it is going to be a full week. I uh, I I have not worked a full week in since before Christmas, definitely. So this will be the first full week back to work in that length of time. Oh, I know what I was. Man, memory starts to go. A lot of snow falling across the Midwest over to the central Atlantic, or mid Atlantic, I guess. So if you're in that area, I hope that the snow looks pretty. I realize it's still dark out, so you can't see it yet, but I know it was snowing yesterday. And what did they name this storm? They always name the winter storms. I think they name the winter storm so that if it's a named storm, your insurance can get out of having to cover any damage if you don't have the named storm insurance, which is absurd, just crazy. Yeah, so our podcast episode came out today. You can check that out. You can go and subscribe on YouTube or any of the podcast platforms. Um, Not going to do a real quick show going to do a decently quick show this morning just because I have to get ready for work and get started. But uh, this is something I think that some people are going to find to be a little controversial when it comes to I don't know the bullshit that is our incoming administration. So Jimmy Carter passed away on December 31st. Uh, I believe it was December 31st. It was right. It was right before the new year, I think. And uh, the flags at the Capitol and at government buildings all around the country will fly at half staff for 30 days after his uh, passing. It's just how it is. It's how it is for every president. Uh, the day comes that Biden passes, the flags will be flown at half staff because Biden was a president. It's a very exclusive club. Donald Trump passes one day, the flags will be flown at half staff. It's just how it is. And Donald Trump is throwing a hissy fit over the fact that the flags at his inauguration are going to be at half staff. It's almost the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The man has skin that is just absolutely paper thin. Um, yeah, I know. Thanks, Jay. It's the same guy. It's weird. He follows me. Um, yeah. Talk faster. How did? Yeah, he is a child. You're right, Jimmy. It's. I think it's likely the fact that his. It's one of those things. I have friends that I think are just too spoiled for regular existence, and I say that their parents either loved them too much or loved them too little, and it could go either way. It's weird. It's weird to be so upset about something that doesn't make really any difference. If it's for the optics of the flags being at half staff, be honored that you were the president that was sworn in while the country was honoring and remembering a president that came before you. Like, I don't understand for the life of me, I just don't understand some of the things that Trump complains about. That he seems to act as though these things are personal to him, and the flags being at half staff isn't remotely about him. It just doesn't make any sense. I will never understand his outbursts, really, his outbursts. So, flags are usually not at half staff for 2 or 3 weeks. No, that's not true. The flags generally come. The flags are at half staff very shortly after the passing of a president, and they are at half staff for 30 days. 2 or 3 weeks is wrong. Sorry. Um, you can look it up. I don't have to. You can look it up. Um, and I met Jimmy Carter twice in my in the span of time that I lived in Atlanta. I shook his hand twice. I did when I worked in radio. I worked. We did several promotion remotes where we had the staff of the radio station come out and work Habitat for Humanity. Um, and so I got to shake Jimmy Carter's hand twice. I mean, he was in his 80s, early no, late 70s then. It was a long time ago, but watched him swing hammers, watched him you know, work at the ages, in his mid to upper 70s, and he worked right along with us. So, um I think that regardless of your politics, I think that if you have any ill will towards Jimmy Carter, that the likelihood is that um, you're in denial is the only thing I can think of. So anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I have to go to work. Um, it's just kind of the way it is. But tomorrow morning, we will be on again with the All About Nothing podcast, kind of daily show, and my guest host is going to be joining me for the first time in the new year. Mr. Bill Kimler. And if you don't know, Bill Kimler is a was the Democratic Party chairperson for Lawrence. I'm sorry, no, wrong. For Greenwood County here in South Carolina. He hosts a podcast called Black, White, and Blue in the South with Dr. Jameel Brooks. They have been on hiatus since before the election because they were both running for office, and they took time off in order to uh, run their elections. Unfortunately, they both did lose their seats, but or they lost those elections. They never had the seats. But Jamil ran a really good campaign. Bill ran a fantastic campaign. They're both fantastic candidates and would have represented Greenwood County very, very well here in South Carolina. So I will look forward to having Mr. Bill Kimler joining me tomorrow morning on this the All About Nothing podcast kind of daily show. He's going to join me a couple times a week, and I look forward to that. So you all have a great day on a Monday. If I can humbly ask, please follow the show. Please hit up the allaboutnothing.com and check out this week's episode. Maybe subscribe and find some of the other podcasts episodes that we've done previous past, recent past. That works too. All right. Thanks, everybody. You all have a fantastic Monday. Uh, just stay safe, be calm, and keep your hands to yourself.